Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play series for Balin's expedition in Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile. Um, Last episode we were just focusing on raising some cash and we were debating on what I was debating on whether or not to use the funds we're currently getting to expand in a couple of directions uh, or to focus on farming because we do need to raise some military. Unfortunately, Balin here is getting close to the point where he's gonna pass away from old age, and um, what we need to do is we need to expand a bit um, to acquire more control of Moria because that affects our chance of ending the struggle with the Balrog. It's going to give us a slightly higher chance if we hold more territory. We also need to tackle the problem of Mazog's host, who has quite a bit of an army, expanding in our direction. So we can't really afford going south at this point. We do need to head towards him. He is currently 3 counties away, and Balin doesn't have a lot of time, and I am relying on my alliance with Aragorn to defeat him. So we're gonna expand in this direction, I think, um, so that we can declare war on him. Because currently we cannot declare war on him. We can only go for bringing him under tribute, which is completely and utterly pointless. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna start working on that particular county. Uh, we were building mithril mines, which should increase our income a little bit. Um, we're gonna go for this, hopefully for some experience. We can hold mystical communions. No. I'm right and you're wrong. How soon can we change this? On the 26th of the 7th in next year. So we're gonna change that to the gallant one. Um, we'll halt the exploratory expeditions for calming actions. We need to bring the Balrog to a state of dormancy. Because otherwise we will not be able to attempt to kill the Balrog. In the meantime, Aragorn managed to defend himself, which is nice to see. No major shifts. We do have a Jalut Confederation here, but that's only going to be defending itself. The Tejan Confederacy is evil. They did not switch sides to good. The Empire of Ki. The Empire of Ki is losing, and it's losing massively, which is interesting. We constructed a building in Moria. Is this the mine being done? Yes, it is. And our income is now looking a little bit better. We do have the option to reduce stress, but we don't want to do that. And the reason we don't want to do that is because maybe we can get in, maybe we can get the Balrog dormant in time for Balin to be stuck on stress too. Uh, he does have thriving in chaos, so that is the reason why we're sitting on stress. We're currently improving control in a number of areas so we can have more income and more levies. You must be strong, Balin. The control is dropping here. But we finished raising it here. So we'll move on to this one. How are we for levies now? Our levies are popping up again, which is good. Although 4 out of 97 is not exactly great. We do need a lot of troops. You are unstationed. We can station you in the mines of Karathras. That name doesn't exactly do wonders for the throat. We have enough money to start growing you. Let's do that, and we're gonna start developing you as well. You have withdrawn from here, so we will need to expand more to reach him. I don't know if Balin is gonna be alive for this. He may well fail, in which case we're gonna have to rely on him to succeed. His stats are not great, but we'll be able to improve them. He is a brilliant strategist, so we'll be able to progress through his military stuff quickly. Congratulations, you can speak Westron. But more importantly, we'll need to get him going through diplomacy so that we can get an alliance, preferably with Elrond, because his troops are very good. And we'll also need to take him through stewardship because his stewardship stat is not great, and he's gonna need to be able to hold the domain we currently have. It won't be the end of the world if... Oh, do we gamble? I don't think I want to gamble. If we lose 225, that's gonna hurt a lot. We're gonna go for compassionate instead, and we'll leave it alone. We should be able to get out of this debt relatively quickly. It won't be the end of the world if we can't do this with Balin, because if we fail in our attempt to kill the Balrog, then he's gonna switch straight to Armageddon. We won't have enough territories for him to burn through. We currently hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only hold 6 territories for him to burn through. So if we fail in our attempt to kill the Balrog, we literally will not have enough land for the Balrog to destroy for him to calm down. Which means we might want to actually expand more. So we'll see how we tackle that. We may let Balin die without attempting it. Never back down. We can't switch you though. So let's switch you for gallantry. Maybe you can get Blade Master. That would be nice to see. Balin does have some very good command traits. He's basically only missing Siege Master for him to be an extremely annoying commander inside the mountains. But he's not gonna live long enough to develop these further. Hopefully we get some good gallantry stuff. We've recovered our debt. And now we're just waiting, basically. We're catching up on the active. He is taking decisions that are working against us, and he keeps settling and abandoning territory. We're still 2 colonies away from attacking him, but we want to develop this colony before we start moving on to the next one. Or actually, we could start, because this is gonna take some time. So let's start another colony. And then we'll be able to wage war for the rest of the kingdom, I think. It's not gonna be very exciting as this is happening. Um, yeah, we're gonna try to suppress the cultists. We don't want to anger the Balrog. How is this progressing? 14 months left. God, that's slow. And we still need to do the collapse ceiling as well. Yeah, you're a pretty good dude. And you're actually better than my steward, so let's swap you. That should make us a bit of money. And we got some household savings, so that's good. Uh, we're gonna need 200 gold. We almost have it. Creatures were subdued. Let's start working on that ceiling. Congratulations, you can speak a language. We can start working on this. That's a very nice poem, thank you very much. Money would be better though, just saying. Another courtier, I'm not even gonna look. Yeah, what a story. Give me more intrigue. And there we go. We are absolutely nowhere near the situation where we could resolve the Balrog situation. So what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna cancel this settlement growth. We're gonna create the Duchy of Karat Hras so that the situation remains stable. My son is gonna inherit that duchy. And now we're just waiting to die because there is absolutely no way we can finish this struggle in time. I think we might lose this colony as well when Balin passes away. I mean, sure, we can hold the communion. It's not gonna make a difference. There you go. Be stress free. So now we're waiting for Balin to die, basically. And then we're gonna focus on his growth specifically. And we're gonna rely on him to try to kill the Balrog. He should get an unpressed claim for the Kingdom of Moria. But we'll see how that one works. More interestingly though, I want to see how many territories he can hold, because he's not gonna be able to hold many. Let's advance time a little bit. My counselor died of old age. I'm pretty sure he left no children behind. Let's put Ori in charge. Did you have any children? You did not. You are attacking, I think. We'll join the war. And I'm not gonna raise the troops. Please don't lose me this settlement. I don't want to waste the development. Someone is still plotting to kill me, which is hilarious because I'm gonna be dead soon. Yes, more courtiers. Please give me more courtiers. And there we go. So we now continue as his son. We do have artifacts to equip. They are equipped. How many territories can we hold? We can hold them. That's fine. And there we go. We have not inherited Balin's expedition. We do get a pressed claim for it, but we can't do anything with it. We have an unpressed claim for the Kingdom of Moria. His prowess has improved a little bit, but it's nothing spectacular. What we need desperately, he has Overseer, which would help with income. What we need desperately is an alliance. So we're gonna switch to one of these. His prestige is fine, but we're gonna improve it nonetheless. So we'll switch for that. We need a medic. You would be great. We're gonna keep you on that. Do we have access to a good tutor? We do. You're also gonna be our tutor, and we're gonna advance research probably. But teach the court would also have some benefits. We're gonna select a champion, preferably one who would be good. He hates me. He's my rival. Okay. Um, let's give him the position anyway. And we're gonna tell him to improve his stuff. Hopefully he gets to a higher prowess rating. Maybe we'll get an artifact to give him as well, because we want him to practice with us. He's gonna have a lot of time on his hands to improve his prowess and his martial. We are still missing, oh my days. Okay, so you, uh, you'll do fine. We need a marshal. You'll do fine. Do we need to improve? Yes, we do, but not for long. And we still need a chancellor. You'll do fine for now. We are not betrothed. Who should we betroth ourselves to? Not like that. Do we have any great suitors? We could actually ally ourselves with the Mansion of Durin's folk, which would give us access to a very potent army. Which would be nice. And I think we're going to do that. Who are you in relation to things? You are Durin's sister. We'll take that marriage. How far removed are we in the dynasty? Nice dynasty logo. We should be fine. We're not exactly close on the family tree. Not even close on the family tree. We should be plenty times removed. So let's arrange that marriage. That should secure an alliance. Are we not? Why are you not my ally? You should be my ally. Ah, okay, cause he's not king yet, and neither is. Okay. Well, regardless. We do have money. Let's build up the settlement. Let's not build the settlement. We still need money. Zandrukula card. It's this one. How are we for the struggle? Not great. Active is progressing faster, but it's not as relevant. We still have plenty of time to handle this. We're just gonna speed up time. Durin is being crowned. So Dane just passed away. So are you my ally? Can we request an alliance? We cannot. And I suppose we will never be able to. So that marriage was a mistake. But it is what it is. We could join this war. You are defending. I do need my income though. Let's switch to... It is switched. Let's join this war. We do need to help in this. We're gonna send them here. Choked water supply. No, you can drink whatever water. So unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to end the Balrog. We're gonna have to develop our regions. That's gonna take some time though. Let's try to advance time a bit. Oh, okay. Never mind about the troops. We'll switch this to train commanders. I got wounded. We do need to get rid of all this stress. We probably should go on a pilgrimage. That would probably help us. Let's see how much that would cost. Not that much. Do we have a caravan master? We do have some options here. The speed would be nice. Let's play around with him. So this would cost 157 gold. I'm just gonna pause for a moment, and I'm gonna play around with his route, and we're gonna send him because there's a lot of places we could visit with him, and he needs to get the experience anyway. So I'm just gonna pause and play around with his route, and I'll be right back. So there we are. I've selected a bit of an itinerary for him. He's gonna go on a very convoluted uh, route. He's gonna go south down the coast and move along through the coast to get to the mountain and then come back through the Shire. Um, it's gonna take him a total travel time of 3 years. The journey should be fine for him. So we're gonna start that pilgrimage. It's gonna eat a lot of our funds, but we do need to start moving him around so that he gets better stats. He's entered into a regency. We're gonna have a look at this regency. Make me money, please. That would be our mother, so she's selfless. And we're gonna carry on. No, we're not gonna go for that. We're gonna go for piety. Hopefully we lose some stress on the journey because he is stressed. So we're gonna go for piety here. We gain the open-minded perk, which is good. We're gonna make back the money we just spent. And we're gonna get some good stats out of it, out of this entire journey. What are we developing? Are we developing anything? We are not developing anything. The extra money would do nice actually. We don't particularly need the development here, so that's fine. We're gonna head straight for defensive negotiations. We also need to pick up Befriend. Your ingenuity is commendable. We're gonna lift this. Um, we're just gonna go with such children. Piety, piety, please. We're gonna try to make amends here, but it may well fail. He is upset with us. That is unfortunate. My current heir is my brother. Let's stay a while and study the ruins. She failed to get me any gold. That is unfortunate. Travel faster, my dude. More piety. I don't think we're gonna be able to succeed in this one. He left the entourage now. We'll try and find another path. And we got the traveler trait. So we're gonna start to get some points in that. And we have defensive negotiations. We need to keep going. We need to get befriend, possibly groomed to rule for the children that we're gonna have, and friendly council as well. But these are no longer an emergency other than befriend. So as soon as we get befriend, possibly ducal conquest as well, we're gonna switch to some other skills. Let's try and do this. We won the duel, that's great. I'm not that desperate for piety, I don't think. We're gonna spend the piety. No, you're lying through your teeth. Uh, 24 stress or 48 stress. Huh. Let's see what happens. We need to save him. This is Mahal's way. Yes, let's stay a while longer. We have some gold. How are you developing? Quite nicely. Let's... We are now neighbored by him. That's not great. So Gundabad is no longer on the table for you, I don't think. But you still have quite a bit of a military. I don't like that he has that many. He has scouts. We do need to counter the scouts. He has pikemen. We do need to counter the pikemen. And he has rabble, which are basically worthless. We could try to invest a bit in our military. Some halberdiers will do wonders. And some axemen as well. We can't really afford them though. We need income. We're no longer as urgent to go for dormant. We're not gonna try to kill the Balrog straight away. So what we're going to do instead is we're gonna help develop this so we can get that building sooner. And we're gonna go for income, I think. We need it badly. Let's see if he can be cured. We've got a diplomacy perk. Let's pick up befriend. And let's try and befriend you. Can we ally you? Why not? Difference in rank, and you have too many alliances. Let's try to befriend you anyway. Let's follow the wolf. Wow, for 20 years. Yeah, that would be nice. I could do with some monthly martial lifestyle experience. Let's get that. Can we switch this? 23rd of the 7 in a year. So that's gonna have to wait a bit. Um, yes, but no, because who can we have an alliance with? Even a defensive one. Can we negotiate one with you? No. You won't even take a defensive one, will you? No. How about you? No. So we're currently very short on alliances, which is a problem. Nordin Bad here has a bit of troops, most of which are mercenaries. That's not good. That's not good at all. Because we're probably gonna be facing a war here in a bit. Is there anyone? Let me pause the vid a bit. Let me play around with these alliances, see if I can get a better alliance with anyone. I'll be right back. Right. So we don't exactly have a lot of options right now on the table. Um, he wants an alliance with us. He doesn't exactly have any military to speak of either. He only has some mercenaries, a few levies, and a bunch of scouts, which is basically the same with our situation. His income is worse, so he's not going to improve his military anytime soon. I'm gonna deny this alliance. I don't want to be involved in the wars up north, and he's not really gonna bring anything to the table. And there we go. We've completed our pilgrimage. Completed. We started our pilgrimage. We'll see if we can convince Elrond to give us an alliance, but I doubt it. One person is not enough. I'm not gonna spend money on you, I'm sorry. So we'll eat the stress. You want an alliance. That would actually be useful, because you're probably not gonna get involved with anyone. And you could actually send me some troops, so we'll accept that alliance. Uh, no, we are not giving away Durin's helm, forget that. We're gonna just pray. Be very careful when you give an item away during a pilgrimage. You might be giving away items that are absolutely crucial. We're gonna gain Pilgrim of Mount Daunt, which is gonna give us a bunch of things. And we're gonna continue on our journey back and hopefully get some more experience for stuff. Can we switch yet? No. Uh, Hopefully we won't get attacked anytime soon. We are eating money for other things. Let's. You want to pay me? Sure. I'll take your money. We gained one in stewardship. Let's go for tax. Because as soon as this is done, we're gonna switch him to taxing. And that should give us more money. Uh, Tell me more. I don't want a court jester. I don't want to kill him either. Let's progress through this a bit quicker. Let's see if we become one-legged here. I have. Oh my days. Philosophical musings for 5 years. That's pointless. So this gives us -4 prowess. That's bad. That's really, really bad. We made a friend in Elrond. Can we get an alliance now, my dude? He's at war, and he still wouldn't accept. So it's good we allied our uncle. Um, we got a diplomacy perk. No, I'm not gonna start promoting. Sure, we'll give you some food. We'll take ducal conquest, I think. Can we switch yet? No, it's still too soon. What can we do? What can we do? Can you treat him? You gain pacifist mindset. No. We do have money. We should grow our economy a little bit. How is the Balrog doing? We're probably gonna get too active. Let's try to put out that fire. Best not to risk it. Let's try it. We slayed the troll. Good job. How did you manage to cut your own leg? I'm a bit confused there. Has this? Yep, it's done. We can fund the delving. We'll switch you to tax. And what we should do is we can't really hold any more domain, so we should develop our domain. So we're gonna start building some stuff. Choked water supply, told them to drink unclean water. We have a martial perk, let's go for stalwart leader, maybe. We could go for bellum justum. We are gonna end up in wars. But we're probably not gonna be leading. Let's get stalwart defender. Let's make camp. It would be nice if we were to get wise man. Oh my days, we got it. Let's... yeah, it's on. How did you manage to cut your leg off? That was so annoying. That is extremely annoying. That's 4 prowess we're missing on. You absolute doofus. It takes skill to be that kind of dumb. And there we go, he came back a changed man. Literally. Hold mystical communion, please. No, no, we're open and welcoming. Can we switch this yet? Yes, we can. We're gonna go for Marshall because he has the buff and it's his main stuff anyway. We're gonna go for Chivalry and hopefully we get some good Chivalry traits to offset that prowess loss. Um, yeah, we're gonna aim for trying to get that money. Let's see if it succeeds. It has, that's wonderful. We're gonna aim for getting rid of the spiders. And we're probably gonna try to secure our position here soon. He's not really improving his military, and I don't think that's an emergency right now. So we could still buy for some time. Um, we really what we need to do is increase the amount of levies we have, because we only have 186. We can safely double that for the levy stats. Even so, he doesn't quite have 400 levies, whereas he has 3 times as much. I will try to speak to my people. Are any of these related to calming actions? No. We managed to reassure the masses, that's good. And he gave us more taxes, that's excellent, because that means we can build some stuff. We're gonna start with a quarry. We could improve the mine, actually, for 472. That would give us more income. And I honestly think that's more valuable at this point, sorry. Uh, this would cost a bit to grow. Let's go for the extra income because 1.5 ducats is nothing to sneeze at, so let's go for that instead. We should be expanding our dwarven quarries, but 1.5 ducats is a lot of money. And we also need to go on another pilgrimage soon. Uh, how much would it cost to go to Erebor? About 200 gold. So we need to do other things in the meantime. Let's pass some time. How is the Balrog situation going? We're still advancing faster than it's going for Dormant. We can always abandon this colony, which would give us 10. So that would make up for the difference, but this is gonna build and other things are gonna build. My betrothal has been broken. Why has it been broken? She decided she shuns marriage. Wonderful. So let's betroth to someone else. Can we get an alliance through this? The best one we could get is through this duchy. He has quite a bit of an army. Sure. And we'd be allied to him. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. And we're actually allied, so we don't need to worry about our immediate security because we can get troops to intervene. We're gonna go for knight effectiveness here. Hopefully we don't get raided though, that would be annoying. Knight significantly improved. What have we set you to? To teach the court. I don't think I've seen you teach me anything. Zandrukul Akar. Where is Zandrukul Akar? It's here. Why is this a den of sin? It is of my culture and my faith, so I'm not sure what's going on here, but we'll let them be. You can have your religious freedoms. This is still building, we'll let it build. We're gonna advance this. We do need to build these farms because they give levies and we need them desperately. Thank you for the additional funds. It's amazing when we have a chancellor that can give us that kind of thing. It's gonna come in useful. The central halls are still suffering from this, but otherwise all of our territories are fine. It would be really great if we could get him to dormant and not waste all of that. The colony in Zandra Kulakar has completed. Is this gonna increase the active phase? It did not. This was amazing, this event. Unfortunately, we also can't hold the extra holding. We're gonna hold it though. One extra holding shouldn't be too incapacitating. We're gonna try to get some stewardship later down the line. We're not gonna expand into any more colonies though. We're already bordering him. We don't need to border anyone else. Oh, here we go. So, is that progressing towards... Huh? He settled in here. Whatever, game. Never back down for better stats. We can see how much time has already passed. Like we're in year 3057. By year 3057, in our Aragon Let's Play, we already controlled the south. We were starting to spill over into a bunch of other territories. Whereas with Balin's expedition, yeah, that's truly nice. Whereas with Balin's expedition, we barely have anything. Yeah, I can get used to that name. Let's befriend Glorfindel. We do need more elven friends. Oh, for God's sake. Holding of Great Mines has lost the horizontal shafts buildings. This would give us strong foundations. This is bad. No, I'm not gonna pay to get a debuff for 25 years. I'm just gonna leave it as is. And we're gonna have to pay for another mithril mine, which is amazing. Ah, God damn it. So, here we go, mithril mines again. We just lost a considerable chunk of income as well. Professionally rebuilt walls. Let's try and supervise this. And we managed to do it properly. Sure. Here come the raids. We cannot stop this raid, so unfortunately we're gonna get raided. We have nowhere near the necessary troops to resist this. So that's gonna increase towards the active rate. How are we for time? We're getting close to the hour. At least he's slow in how fast he raids. No, I'm not gonna pay towards it. And he is my friend, I think. Let's try and befriend Galadriel. It says very hard, and we're at 81%. So even so, it's not that bad. Can we declare war on you? Actually, we can. Can we declare for the kingdom? We can. Have you built anything of note other than a bunch of colonies? Delving, delving, and a settlement. So we could declare, and we could call in our ally. The only problem with calling in our ally is that our ally is kind of far away. So I'm gonna have a think about that. We do need to kick him the hell out of this mountain because he's raiding us and he's building stuff and he's gonna probably turn the Balrog active. Please don't go lunatic. Thank you. We need to catch up on the dormant and hopefully household guard it would be amazing and hopefully hopefully turn him away from active. But I don't think we will. Hushing has been built. Is this the mine? It is. So we've just regained part of our income. However, this is gonna build in a bit. No gifts. And there's the active phase. So we haven't managed to avoid it at all. Which is why we're gonna need to declare war on this guy, because he's taking decisions that are impacting us. You are raiding me as well, I assume. Let's raise our troops here just in case. Yeah, surprise, you're not raiding me. Go away. We can hold a mystical communion. Open and welcoming. Excellent, we're now friends with Galadriel. Let's try and become friends with Celeborn here. We do need... How much of the progress are we towards? We're not. So that cancelled all of our progress, which is annoying. However, at least now we know we can focus on other things. We can start building some things towards farming. This is gonna take some time to build anyway. 3 more years. Let's advance time a bit faster. And I should send him on another pilgrimage as well. Are you just sending more? Let's raise them again. I don't think we can defend against that. Oh! Goodbye. If we could take that on, but what troops do you have? Just stalkers. Yeah, the stalkers are kind of useless. We'll just go for relax instead. His army, on the other hand, was a bit more dangerous. He does have scouts, which target skirmishers, so he would have been able to counter us quite effectively. Excellent, we are now friends with him. Let's befriend Sildan. Be my friend, Sildan. Whoa, 5%. 5%. That's kind of bad. Look at this plague here. Jesus. How are we for time? 54 minutes. I'm probably gonna stay put for now. And next episode, we're probably gonna send him on another pilgrimage. and at some point declare war on all of this. We do need to get more stewardship before we start to try to get control of more territory, because we do not currently have enough to hold all the territory. Sure, we'll go through courtship. You're not asexual, are you? No, you're not. This is a calming action, so let's go for a calming action. We are progressing towards wandering, that's good. Balin died, and I think with him dies my alliance. This is gonna fail now, I think. Yep. We'll leave it as is for now. We have enough friends. It would be nice to get rid of this rivalry, though. Uh, he's not very good, but sure. Can we build anything else? No, not really. We can build one here. It's annoying because we're actually gonna end up giving away most of these territories. We're gonna want to hold mostly the this duchy here and this duchy here, but we're gonna have to give away quite a bunch of territories because these duchies are quite large. Um, there are certain bits of these duchies that we absolutely want, so we would want Durin's Hall, the Thousand Pillars, and probably the Chamber of Mazar Bull, and the Central Halls as well, but the rest of them we're probably gonna give away. The Great Mines we're obviously keeping for the monetary value. Similar situation here, we'll probably just keep the Ancient Crossing and the mine. Here comes the courtier wave. But most of these we're gonna give away, and we're gonna aim for controlling the actual duchy. 201. Did you build anything? No. We discovered the primogeniture innovation, which is useless because we were already using that. But that's the AI for you. Nobody is progressing towards Armageddon. Yes, we are, because we're building. Prospector's Camp is built in Central Hall, and so is the Great Mines. I think we're gonna go for another upgrade here. However, we probably should do the farms actually. Let's do the farms because we're gonna get a bit more income. You should absolutely get a Dwarven Quarry though. Prospectors Camp in Central Halls and Horizontal Shafts. Yeah, that'll do. We are progressing through our martial tree here. That one-legged thing, God, that's annoying. How did you manage to chop your own leg off, dude? So obnoxious. Have you been improving your prowess, sir? Maybe. You're not really teaching me anything. Let's move you to advanced research. Hopefully we'll progress through the skill tree faster. The Goblin Town is marching. You're at war for your de jure duchy. It would be amazing if they would get their de jure duchy, because then we can get the rest of it. He's gonna lose a lot of military with that. if he wins. Thank you for the poem. He's currently losing because he's at war with Elrond as well. Build faster. How much longer do we still have that buff? 1376. We still have a while to go. Prospector's camp in Singin Doom. The upgrade is gonna cost a bit. We should probably wait for it. The reason it costs more is because the delvings increase the construction cost, which is why you absolutely want to develop the quarry line of buildings as much as possible. Let's get loyalty and respect. We have the mushrooms though. The terrace farm would help, so let's get some additional income. We have to be careful how much of this we build, because these buildings are gonna get done fast, and the last thing we want is to trigger Armageddon. We're gonna hold a mystical communion. And that's gonna give us access to this. We're gonna take pedagogy first. We absolutely want to make sure we have that available for when we start having children, because that's gonna give them better stats as they're being educated. Regardless, we're at the hour mark, so I think I'm gonna put a stop to this episode now. And I'll see you in the next one. Leave a comment, throw me a like or a subscribe. It would really help my channel grow. Goodbye for now.